In 3, 2, 1, welcome back to another episode of Matter of Fact with the Modern Day Hippies. I'm here with Rob, per usual. How you doing, man?
Doing good. Another episode, man. So
yeah, another week going by. It's kind of crazy. I remember when it was 2019, with 2020 about to start. We're like, damn, this decade is we're going to enter a new decade. It was the first decade I was like cognizant and like aware enough, like I was entering into, 2010, I was still young as shit. And now we're almost 5 years through this decade. Like, that's crazy. At the end of this year, on episode 13 of the new, branding of the pod, that's just going by fast.
That's
to be honest, it's going by fast. So
appreciate all you for the support.
Hell yeah,
picking up viewers,
share with your friends, do all that good stuff. Yeah, I think. How has this year been for you? Like, just looking in reflection, 2024. How would you say it's been for you overall?
It's got to be positive overall. I mean, stock market wise, money's up, things like that. Got to be happy about.
You think it's gotten better?
What
the year? Like, has things gotten better as the year? I don't know.
No, I mean, it depends how you look at it. Like, there's pros and cons to everything, Like I said, overall, do I think the country and everything's heading in the right direction? No. How's me personally? Like, I think I'm probably doing, better than average, from what I'm hearing, out there in the world, and shit like that, and some people you see and whatnot. Could be worse.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, like you said, I think it's all about perspective. So, depending on who you are, where you are in the world, let alone the United States, but the entire world, is really dependent on the answer to that. So, for me, I was out of the country for the first 5-6 months of the year. Well, 4 or 5 months of the year. So, like, first half was great. Second quarter, third quarter, like, that shit was kind of a little rocky once I got back and stuff. But I think this has been probably the best year of my life so far. And I think, I want to keep saying that as the years go on. So it's been a great year for me. Thinking about just the state of America and stuff, I agree with you there. I think, things are getting bad fast, and that's not great. But I'm not really looking at my year based on America. And that might just be me, like, on some college privilege, like, not in the real world or whatever. But 2024 was probably the best year of my life so far. 23 has been the best, year for me. Turning 24 next year, 2025. We'll see how that goes. But love the rebrand of the podcast, my YouTube. Got to start a business. It's been a great year for me. But unfortunately, that shit does not fucking matter.
Sure don't.
For this episode of the podcast, or any episode of the podcast. But we don't give a fuck. We still gonna let y'all know. But that does bring us to our first freaking segment, shit that doesn't matter. And, I kind of wanted to kick this one off, since we're talking about the state of America, talking about the state of our president, the one that's leaving in a couple of weeks, not the one that's coming in. President Biden, Joe Byron, he has pardoned over 1,000 people. In this last week, we talked last week about how he pardoned Hunter Biden, and there was a lot of controversy around that. I said I understood it. I ain't even blame him for it. Yeah, he lied, but niggas lie. Okay.
Yeah, right.
But he's came back not a week later. I think we're doing this podcast a few days earlier.
Exactly.
And he's done a lot more. You kind of want to expand on that, Rob?
Yeah, man. So he's going off and just giving them away now. So some pretty bad people,
Like Oprah. I got a pardon for you.
I got a pardon for you. Right? Look under your chair. Yep, there's one under there for you. It's like, what the... My hunch is he's probably getting paid some money on the back end or something like that, as is often the case. Because the people he's pardoning are like the white-collar criminals, So, like, a doctor that, like, diluted cancer patients' medicine and, got millions off of Medicare, so she's robbing us, the taxpayer, the government, she's hurting these people who have cancer. Yeah, let me, she's cool, let her go.
Yeah,
That's not that bad.
That bad. Like,
not like she was trying
Trump
drugs or something.
racist.
Like, what? Crazy. and in PA, there's a dude, Luzerne County, that he was
It's
getting
in your hood.
somewhat. I'm not. I went to Bloomsburg for a semester, so it's up that way. But dude was getting a judge getting paid money to throw the kids in jail. You know.
Yeah, and he get paid like $2 million or
Yeah, he was getting
in a
tons
year
of
or
money,
some shit.
kickback money because
Yeah,
you know that they're like, yeah, we need
prisoners.
We need prisoners. They're private, you know, especially if it's a private company,
Yeah.
you know, which a lot of them are private prison type shit. Like,
And that's a whole nother conversation.
and you know, just some terrible stuff. But what in your mind would say, you know what? I think I'm going to let these people go.
If I was Biden,
Is it money, or you really think in your heart, like, you know what? These people are worth it.
So
Like,
I think,
is that forgivable? Is that shit forgivable?
you know, I think, you know, like, you gotta really look at things from a real wide perspective. I think that will give you the best chance at understanding why someone would be compelled to do something like this. Now, you gotta understand all the factors that go into this. Biden, he's from PA. You might have been homies with this guy. Like, your boy locked up. Fuck, he did something bad. You president, you're not gonna let him out. That's your boy. That's your boy. He 80. You know that nigga. He got 30 years. He's gonna die in there. That's your boy. You gonna leave him in there? Like, he threw some random black kids in fucking jail. Do you give a fuck? If you're Biden, do you give a fuck, honestly? We're not talking to us right now. Do you give a fuck if you're Biden?
If you're Biden, like, he's gonna be remembered for something, and this is gonna be part of it.
He don't even remember himself when he wake up, bro.
That's facts.
So it's like, yeah, it's one of those things. It's like, he think it's 1984 still. He like, they locked you up for throwing monkeys in jail. I let y'all do that.
Right.
So he doesn't give a fuck.
I thought that's the law.
Yeah, I made that the law. He literally made that the law.
All right.
So yeah. You know, I think, you know, you gotta look at it from a real wide perspective. So there's that lane. They might be homies. He racist. They probably are homies, and from PA probably are homies. For the cancer thing, you know, it might be one of those things. He's trying to control overpopulation. Because there's a lot of factors that go into it, Rob. It's not just he evil. He's doing it for a reason, right? But I think the easy answer is probably just for money, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's probably the fucking fact of it. But yeah, I don't even know. Let us know what y'all think about all of that in the comments. But that is wild, you know. As for our next guy that's coming in, Mr. Trump, as Biden has kind of been getting the reputation for worst guy of the year, he just was named Times Person of the Year, you know? Survived 2 assassination attempts, won the presidency, biggest political comeback ever. What else has he done this year? I don't know.
There was a lot of shit, obviously. You know what I mean? Just everything was improbable. I think he deserved it. You know what I mean? Like, whoever did that, it was a really.
I think LeBron deserved it.
Fuck LeBron. You know what I mean? But how about this question? Honestly, who else would you think of the whole person of the year for time? Like anything, like that was a big thing. Luigi? Right, a lot of people loving Luigi, man. A lot of people loving Luigi. Too controversial.
No, it's crazy. Nah. I think Trump's more controversial. I think you put Luigi in there.
It's not more. It's more controversial than.
I feel like a good amount of niggas would be fine with it on both sides.
More than a good amount, but all the elites would not be fine with it.
Yeah, they the ones who pay for that shit.
Not be fine with it, exactly. And that's a matter of fact. That's why that shit gets shut down.
I'm trying to think who I would think might be able to be person of the year other than Trump. I can't
like really like.
But to be honest, I wasn't paying attention all year to like American.
Or it could be world. That shit's all across.
Oh, it's the world. So this nigga got person of the year for the world.
Yep, he's like Gandhi of whatever the year.
Honestly, I would have gave it to Mr. Beast over that nigga.
Nah,
that nigga be doing a lot, bro. Trump won a presidency.
Mr. Beast too.
Wow.
It's like all like it's a show. You know,
I would have gave it to Speed over that nigga.
It's TV.
That nigga Speed is being a great, ambassador right now for America.
I'm going Kai Cenat, man.
That's not. Yeah. Yo, I was at this weekend. I was at the Philly Venture Angel Fair. You heard of that? It's in the Union, fucking like downtown Philly, like by the clock. They got all them tall buildings, and then there's the one small country club building that's red. Union
Square.
Yeah, some shit like that. It's a country club. $10,000, I think, either a month or I think the cheapest plan you can get is 10,000. Really, like 15,000 a year to be a member there for the cheapest, and then it goes up to like 10,000 a month. But I was there for entrepreneurship fair over this weekend, and it was like super right wing. Like they had pictures of Nixon up on the wall, all the bushes and shit. I was like, shit, where's my man Trump at? He ain't been president for 4 years. Y'all niggas don't got him in here. But, when I was there, I ran into there was this company. Have you heard of Overplay? So, yeah, it's a new-ish company. They were on Shark Tank. Mark Cuban is investing in them right now. They got partnership deals with NASCAR, WWE, all this good stuff. But they haven't even gone public yet. And they're really projected to be worth over $5 billion type shit. Like, great company. And what they do is they turn videos into video games. Like, you gotta look into it to really understand it. But how they're marketing is it's TikTok for video games, right? So, only people doing that, really cool. But I got to talk to their people. I asked her, she don't like Elon and like to write it all. I asked her, I was like, would you sell to Elon? Like if he wanted 25 bill right now to buy it. She was like, nah. I was like, let's be real. Yes, he would.
Dude, that's a whole nother topic too that we didn't even think about. But one thing they also mentioned this week was Elon Musk officially is worth over $400 billion. That's crazy. That's more money than like.
And that's why I asked her. I was like, he could dead buy it if he really wanted to.
He could buy anything, dude. He could buy like.
He spent $45 billion.
Massive companies. He could buy FedEx, UPS. He could buy them both. The whole
that's
shit.
Crazy.
That's crazy. And I think there's a problem in our country when that happens.
Yeah. What do you think about that? Because he is the one.
He's 101. Yeah.
He's the one of 7 billion. So. What do you think about that? Do you think there should be a cap on wealth? Like, I know this is a real controversial topic.
I mean, it could definitely. And we recognize that back in the day, too. And that's why taxes were, for those super rich, were like 90%. And they were still the uber mega wealthy rich. You know what I mean? And they still would be. But that's
so you think there's taxes need to be hella high instead of an actual cap? Because some people think if at 999 million,
because the taxes are so low and all that shit, that's one of the ways he's able to keep all that money too. There's got to be some sort of tax limit, because like we said back, like what the ratio was like, CEOs made 50 times more than the average person. Okay. That's a lot of money, you know what I mean, than their average worker.
Now they're making 500,000
more. It's like, that's ridiculous, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's facts. I mean...
Like they said, the United Healthcare CEO, he made $200,000 a week. More than a doctor.
That's insane.
Yeah. That's a week. That's crazy. It's like fucking Messi. It's like, what the fuck, dude? You know what I mean? Like, this dude, really? Is he really that? Nobody, and they're going to replace him and they're going to keep doing the same thing. He's not worth that much money. Nobody is. It's fucking cronyism that they're giving each other money like that.
Yeah, I mean, so, because there's some people that come out and they say that... You can't
replace Messi. You can replace that motherfucker.
Some people come out and they say that once you hit 999 million, you shouldn't be able to go to $1 billion. Like, all your money after that needs to just go to the government. Like, do you think it should be a cap like that, or the taxes are just so high you literally can't get to a 400 billion? Do you think that people should have the ability to do what Elon did and buy Twitter and buy companies like this? Because buying Twitter, like a social media company, that's one thing. But if that nigga buy FedEx and UPS, if he bought both of them, now he is control. Like, he could probably buy Amazon. I don't know how much
Amazon's
Amazon
worth
worth.
like trillions because
Okay.
they have like technology and stuff, which is worth.
Okay. So
let's
he
see.
can't buy Amazon yet, but
UPS is worth 110 billion, so that's a quarter of it. You know,
that's crazy.
and that's everything they own. You know, he gets everything they get, and FedEx is worth 70 billion. So 170 billion. That's not even half of that motherfucker's money.
Yeah.
He buys whole companies that employ hundreds of thousands of people. He could just buy them. Like, yeah, there's a problem, I think, you know?
So you think people shouldn't be able to buy companies?
No, you shouldn't be able to accumulate that much wealth. You know what I mean? There's, and the only way you can do that is it's government and policy. You know what I mean? That's how you allow oligarchies and shit like that, which is what we have essentially. They're modern day oligarchs who can control the government, like he just.
But I think it's like you gotta have one or the other. So it's either you allow people to buy companies in the way that he does, and if you're allowing people to do that, if companies can become wealthy as fuck like that, you have to allow people to become wealthy as fuck for the ability to buy said company. Or either that or the companies they get to a point where they're so big the government controls them, but it's like sticky all around. So that's why I think like it's easy to say, yeah, it shouldn't be like this. There needs to be some sort of, thing stopping it. But my thing is like I try and think of a solution before like completely just saying 100% it needs to be.
Yeah, so of course.
Like, I know it needs to be different.
You have
sure,
to think
but
of a solution, and you do that, but you have to recognize that it is a problem,
Yeah,
and you
for
need
sure.
a solution.
You don't think
that's
people
the
recognize
problem.
it's a problem? I think people recognize it's a problem.
Not the right people, because they're getting money from these people that say, "Yo, tell them it's not a problem." You know what I mean? And that's another part of the problem.
And that
is a matter
of
of
fucking fact. Going on, Caitlin Clark was named Time Athlete of the Year. Sitting right beside Trump, got her white and a woman and white man back together. America's restored. But Caitlin Clark, she went up there. She was like, we need to uplift black WNBA players more. This is what we need to do, yada, yada. And that was controversial for whatever reason. I respected Caitlin Clark for saying it because, like, she knows, like, one, she's a baller. She's a hooper, and I don't want to take that away from her. Whether she was black, white, pink, purple, she can hoop. Mm-hmm. And that's what matters. But her being white and the dynamic it brought into the WNBA, partly because of the black players and how they wanted to treat her, is what made her big enough to become Time Player of the Year. And honestly, what made the WNBA even want to get looks for real. So I do like that she recognized that her being white had a part of that, and she liked to address and, give back and say, like, there's greatness that was before me. Let's not forget about them or anything and all that. So I respect what Caitlin Clark, what she came out and said, to be honest. And I think the people hating are weird, but I will say two comments about people that was hating. One was from a WNBA owner, right? Came out and said Time should have gave the award to the entire WNBA.
Participation award.
Yeah. See, and what do you think about that?
About that part in particular, that's bullshit. You know what I mean? She was the one that deserved it. It wasn't about the league this year. She elevated the league to make the league what it was. So it's about her. You know what I mean? And like the league is benefiting off of what she's bringing to the table. And and I think it's definitely really especially big of her to continue to give credit to all the other players and stuff, even if you mention it after the way that they treated her. People seeing that, like, that's not good sportsmanship. So it's really hard to gain fans when you're the bad guy, and that's what her detractors in the WNBA were. They were the bad guys, just trying to foul her, trying to play like that. Like, you don't do that in professional sports. That's a women type of thing, and that exposed the worst of them. You know what I mean? And she exposed the best of them, Caitlin Clark, by just getting up, staying strong, and still saying the right shit.
Yeah. Like, real leader, I really think her and her cohort, they're really going to transform the WNBA and, the eyes that it gets, that's including like Angel Reese and all of them, and it's really because of the clashing of them.
That's really, is it Asia Wilson or something like that?
Yeah,
Who's nasty.
yeah.
She's like the best because she
won
won
from South Carolina. I think.
Like she's really good.
Or
like, that's
Stanford,
the girl who needs the attention. Though,
like,
too, is like her, not Angel Reese, because she's not really that good. You know what I mean? If you look at her stats.
Yeah, honestly, I don't really even want to like.
Asia Wilson was like
get into her, but
I don't want to get into her.
She seemed more like
she's
influencer
more like
type.
Influencer, exactly.
Like
I agree with you 1,000%.
A hooper. She already said that the WNBA don't pay her bills.
Exactly. She's like, I'm a baddie. That's what I am. All right. Well, I'd rather see a basketball player than a baddie. You know.
It just be like, man, I cost $250,000 a year to maintain, and I need $250,000 pocket money. And it's like, bitch, you know that pussy not worth that. But the other thing, what do you think about Caitlin Clark winning Time Athlete of the Year? Do you think that is like a little too much? Do you think she deserved it?
I personally do think she deserved it. Like, you know,
out of all the athletes,
especially this year, because what she did, elevated an entire league. Like, you know, what she did is like Michael Jordan-esque in that sense. It really is. You know, WNBA was a dead ass league, and she put fans in that.
Have you watched a WNBA game this year?
I personally no, but it doesn't matter. If I'm watching, people are. You know what I mean? If you look at their attendance records,
you know one person that's watched a WNBA game this year.
But the statistics show.
Do you and your life? We know how the internet do. Show. That's why niggas thought Kamala was going to win.
You know what? I will admit to, I bet on Caitlin Clark. I didn't watch it all, but I bet on her to hit the numbers. So
okay,
there you go. I'm a fan. You know what I mean? And normally I would never bet on
you
WNBA.
A fan?
I would never bet on her. I would never bet on the WNBA, but I would bet on her. You know, you throw me a Caitlin Clark special on there, but I'll go for that double, get the assist and the points. I think she got that. You know what I mean? She's good.
Just because you know they ass?
She's good. Because she's good, bro. That's why.
Of course she going to get a double.
But she's good. She's really good. She elevated an entire league, put them on the map. We're here talking about the WNBA because of her. Would we ever be talking about the WNBA?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I've never talked about WNBA before this year.
Well, also, the other controversial part of this is that a lot of people on, the right, the Trump supporters, things of that nature, once Caitlin Clark gave her speech, they weren't really happy. And they started canceling her because they felt like kind of, since she was kind of getting bullied by the black women in the league and kind of getting shunned, that she's like kissing up and doing some woke shit by, mentioning her in her speech. And, I feel like they got a valid point, like if that's how you want to look at it. But my thing is like, I look at it how the athlete's looking at it. And it's like, y'all are making this about race and shit. But I feel like if it wasn't women, like, I'm just taking how the athlete, like if Lucas says some shit like that, I don't know, like, do you think they do the same thing? I don't think Luka would say some shit like that, but if he did, it really wouldn't make sense. Yeah. But that's why it doesn't make sense to me that they're bringing up race in this context, because I'm just looking at it as a sport for real. Like, we don't really think of race in the NBA for real. Like, we might joke about it, but niggas not talking about that in a press conference. I think
part of it is, though, too, is... like, the WNBA is different audience than the NBA. Like you said, like, you don't watch it, I don't watch it, you know what I mean? They're not looking for us to watch it. They're looking for, like, young girls to watch it and stuff like that. And, like, are those young white girls? I don't know. I don't know what the answer is to that, you know what I mean? Why do they like her? I can't really tell you. But she is, like, to take that high road approach and, like,
that's a real Kobe-esque thing.
Yeah, exactly. And she grinds like a Kobe. That's what
that's
people
what's
appreciate.
Up. Yeah.
That she could hit the shot from like Steph Curry type shit. Like that's what people appreciate about her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
because I didn't even take it on some like she's trying to be like, just kiss up to black people or anything. I took it as she's an athlete taking out. Like, what you want her to do? Sit up there and be like, yeah, racist shit was going on to me all year.
Right, yeah.
Fuck you want her to do? Like,
Yeah.
that's crazy to me, bro.
And you know, it sucks that there's that much jealousy in the league. You know what I mean? Like, she's making most of her money, just like you said with Angel Reese. Like, Caitlin Clark's not making her money from the WNBA. She's making it from all the sponsorships and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's people in the WNBA, they got to work 2 jobs. You know what I mean? WNBA, and then they work at Foot Locker too, because you don't make no money. But that's the problem, is the league don't make no money. Until now, it's starting to make a little bit of money because of her. They already upgraded their shit because of her.
Yeah.
Like, all right, now you guys can fly private or something like that, or first class at least. No more coach for you guys. I don't know what it was. It was an upgrade. You know?
Yeah, I think they went from coach to first class or some shit.
Ballers. No, I think they were taking the bus. They on the plane now. They're on the plane now. I don't know.
Only for half of y'all. Only the starting 5 plus the 6 man.
She carried them all on the plane.
Damn, all of them.
She brought the whole league, Tommy.
The whole league.
The whole league. Not just her squad.
Shit.
The whole league.
I didn't know she was cut like that.
The airline's like, all right, we'll let you all on now.
Yeah.
Right with her. Come on.
All right, word. Nah, that's what's up. That's what's up. Shout out to you, Caitlin. Shout out to you. I think you deserve it too. And you know, I might catch you your game one day. One day,
what team
maybe.
she play for?
I don't know.
Nah, I didn't think so.
Nigga, how many teams is it
the
in the
WNBA? Whatever it is.
How many teams is it in the WNBA?
I don't know. That's a hard question. That's a hard one. There's not many.
Oh, right? Shit. Is there one here?
No. In
PA?
No. In PA? No, not even in PA. We don't have one in Philly. That's the only place. No, I'm pretty sure no. I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna bet no.
Yeah.
I know a little bit about Philly sports, but I'm gonna bet no.
In other sports news, Travis Hunter won the Heisman Trophy yesterday. You know, what you think? You think he deserved it, or you think should have?
No, it was either him or Ashton Genty, the wide receiver from Boise, who set the record for most rushing yards in FBS.
He was a wide receiver that...
No, running back. He had...
running back.
He ran for 2,400 something yards. And he sat out like 9 quarters because they were blowing people out. So, yeah, he's a fucking monster. You got to watch highlights of this dude. He's a freak, dude. But, no, I would give it... You know, I think they were both amazing. And running backs have definitely won it for less than that, obviously. But... in this instance, I think what Travis Hunter did to be able to make this sort of... It's about like highlights and all that too. It's like to do that on both sides of the ball. I mean, the way he could track the ball is just amazing.
Yeah.
And the fact that he did it and played the amount that he did. Like,
that's
just an old school football player. And, you know what I mean? I think that's...
Deion. That's what
better than Deion. That's better than Deion.
Well, that's what he was
that's
on.
Like that, you would say that too, but like the way he was actually going out there and playing it.
But athletes are naturally better now, though.
They are. But like
he's the Deion of this time.
Like back in the day, what you would look for from Deion and still is, and if you were around with Deion, but Deion is, you know, he could catch. He was like Travis Hunter in that way. Is like his ball tracking skills were amazing, but if he ain't tackling nobody, Deion. He never tackled nobody. He never, ever tackled nobody, Deion Sanders. You know what I mean? So it's either he was going to intercept it, like that was his specialty, and that's why he could play wide receiver on occasion because, hey, dude could catch really well. And he was really, you know, once he got the ball, he was real dynamic.
Right.
But yeah, I think just amazing ability to do that. The amount of snaps that he played, once in a generation type of player. I don't think you're ever going to see that again. So in that sense, that's why I think I would give him.
Oh, you think he got potential to be a GOAT?
He's very close though. In college football I think he already, you know, for putting up the stats that he did.
Do you think this will transfer over to NFL?
It's hard to say. What team drafts him? That's a big factor. And what position does he play? You can't play both in the NFL. No way. Not full time. Not
full time like that.
Not like he did in college. There's no way. And then, I don't know, that's tough. It's like, where do they want to play him? Do you kind of try to do a 50-50? Really hard. Does he get to decide? I don't know. I think more money is made at probably wide receiver. You know, you could be...
But I think he literally just created a new position.
No,
it's not the fact. I don't think he's going to do it all the time, but the fact that, like, in the fourth quarter, like, you can play that, like, that nigga's going off, you can put that nigga at DB. Like, you need him to lock somebody up. That nigga can then go lock somebody up and then go catch a fucking
if it's like
that's what I'm
game,
saying. Like,
be like,
he's
right,
so valuable. Like, you don't got to do it all the time. It's the fact that you can do it when you have to do it.
A lot of it will come down to, though, is where he gets drafted. He's going to be a top 3 pick.
Going to the Browns.
So, yeah, he's going to a shitty-ass team. He's going to a shitty-ass team is pretty much what you're saying.
Yeah.
You know, and that would be... you got to work from there. We'll see what happens. You know, hopefully you can leave there, or that team can turn it around.
Yeah.
You know.
But, you know, at his Heisman, you know, ceremony thingy-majigger, his mom came out. She was like, he was a mistake. And that him winning this trophy redeemed her for having him?
I guess. Keeping him.
So, that's what's up. What do you think about that? Was that the place and time?
Probably not.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was on some shit like she got paid by Plan B, or no, anti-abortion, to say like, keep your mistakes. Don't kill.
Yeah. Well, you know, she should have knew that he wasn't a mistake long ago and accepted him and didn't continue to...
I don't think she just accepted him as not being a mistake.
The fact that you're still calling him one after 20 years...
Nah,
like,
it's not,
you know what I mean?
Nah.
I understand, like, maybe you contemplated it or whatever, and, what you know... But when did it become...
He gonna always be a mistake.
When did it become worth it? Now that he's worth millions of dollars, and now you know it wasn't a mistake? Just like his girl?
Nah, I mean... My thing is, he gonna always be a mistake if he was a mistake. That don't mean he don't love her, or she don't love him. Like, he gonna always be a mistake. Like, if you didn't plan to have the nigga, you didn't plan to have him. Like, you still had him. So, like, I commend her for that. The bunch of bitches just kill him. So, like, you know, I don't think that was too big of a deal. But you did say something that I did want to talk about, and that is Travis Hunter with his girl. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff about her. Now, this guy just won Heisman Player of the Year. He just signed a contract with Adidas. He's probably going top 5, if not top 3, if not number fucking 1 in the NFL draft. Generational player. And he is currently engaged to his first girlfriend ever. This is a woman that dubbed him when they first met. She said he was, quote, not her type. And then he became her type. He bought a house and has her living in it. He is engaged to her and says he will be marrying her in her rookie season as soon as he signs that first motherfucking deal. She was in the Adidas sponsorship commercial that he did. So very tied to this gentleman. I don't know how long they have known each other. Do you know? How long have they been dating?
I don't think that long.
How long has Travis Hunter been dating his girlfriend? Let's see. Since 2022.
2 years.
Wow.
So, yeah. Yeah, man, I feel bad for all the guys there. They had a lot of the girls. They all had to do a TikTok, you know. Only just the...
Was there black girls?
There was black girls.
How many?
There was black girls. Most of them might have been black girls, but they were all skinny black girls. You know, that's the, nobody wants them, thick black bitches that be out there. Some, you know what I mean? Like they just think that that's their style. No, I'll show you these girls. Black girls can be in shape too and look skinny.
That's a random stray.
No, I don't know. I think that's his.
These bitches pretty bad.
Okay. Of course, they're just there for this. This is what they're there for. To be able to do this.
Well, one of those was Travis' girl?
I think so, pretty sure.
None of them hoes.
To make the TikToks. They're not even that bad, you know what I mean? And that's the thing. And it's like, they're just gold diggers, you know what I mean?
Damn, maybe some of them really been dating for a long... Like, damn, like, every one of the bitches gotta be a gold digger, bro. Like, I think...
That's why Tyreek Hill has 10 kids.
Bro, maybe Tyreek Hill has 10 kids because that nigga be fucking bitches all the time and getting
He
hella
does.
bitches pregnant.
But
like, that's not because all the bitches want to be gold diggers. Like,
but they'll happily have your kid. Then it's
Hell
locked
yeah.
in, bro.
Like,
They're
yeah,
locked
facts,
in. You got to
facts.
pay that shit all your life.
but
That's
you,
what they're
you
doing.
understand,
That's
like,
they,
that's
it,
I agree with you.
Travis
I agree
Hunter,
with you.
extra stupid. He's
Yeah,
like,
that nigga's dumb
extra
as-
stupid. Are you gonna marry me? I get half all this shit you're getting right now, right from the jump. I was with you from the beginning. You just started getting money. Half is mine. You wouldn't be here without me. That's what the bitch is gonna say. You know what I mean? Fucking idiot, Travis Hunter. I love you, but you're an idiot. You're gonna lose half of your money. So that.
Hey, how long you think they have?
I mean, she could just ride it out. Like, he's gonna be playing football and stuff. She's gonna be at home in the mansion with the pool boy or whatever.
You think she
Just like Tom Brady's wife. Tom Brady got cheated on, guys. All right, Tom Brady, the best NFL football player ever to live and exist in the planet.
I don't think it's as black as white as this nigga's
But
trying to make
I'm just
it
saying,
all, but
bitches is bitches, bro.
that, dang,
Watch
bro.
out. Nowadays more
This
than
nigga
ever.
got hurt, bro.
Tommy's too young.
Bro,
Tommy's
I'm
too
not.
young.
I understand,
You'll
but
see.
my thing is
You'll
like
see.
you just
No,
like all them bitches.
It was not always like this. It was not always like this. That is a trend of modern times. That is within the past 10 years. It went hard in that direction in my mind.
Bro,
But I've
what
been
was her
around
name,
for
bro?
a lot of years.
What was her
Who?
name, bro? The girl that broke your heart. Cause
Oh,
you on these
Dude,
bitches. Like, what if I'm not saying I agree with you. I agree with you. Bitches are bitches be terrible. Travis Hunter, you're stupid.
You're stupid.
You're gonna get fucked over. I'm telling you right
Look
now.
at Tom
And if
Brady.
not, I mean,
How you gonna
that's
see
so-
Tom Brady, bro?
nah. Let's not even talk about
I'm
Tom
just
Brady
saying.
right now.
That just shows you about women. Like, he would be like the pinnacle of men. Like
No, not for
Couldn't
a
you-
woman. He was a nigga who only cared about her career. So it's like if you're with Tom Brady every day, he just fucking Tom to you. Like, he not Tom Brady. So it's like, all right, nigga, you keep playing football, bro. I've told you since like
stop playing football.
so, bro, I don't know. I'm not in their relationship. I don't know, but I'm just saying, like, I don't think it was just easy enough to be like, oh, that bitch is a bitch, she cheated. But Travis Hunter, you're stupid, for sure. And all I'm saying is, like, you know, one of those girls look like a good girl. They probably known each other since high school or something. I'm just saying, y'all, you know,
That's what you need, though. You need
be
a
cautious, but
Be
do not
cautious.
do not
Very.
be like this nigga. Be like every bitch,
Very
fuck every bitch. It's not every bitch.
This
It's
all right,
seven
let
out
me
of
narrow
it's
it
7
down.
out of 10.
If you met,
It's 7 out of 10 bitches.
like before everything happened,
seven.
you knew him from high school, then you're probably good. That's what's up. If you met them on Instagram, you're fucked.
Yeah, that's a matter of
fact.
It's a matter of fact. You know, before we leave this segment of the show, I like to talk about, you know, something that, you know, it comes up a lot, but this is, you know, a bigger case that's attached to, and that's the former Duke lacrosse players that were arrested about 20 years ago. I don't even think I was really cognizant. For rape of a stripper were just acquitted because the stripper said she lied or something of that nature. You want to fill the people in on the story?
So yeah. You know, it was a huge story. You know, I mean, Duke is a pretty prestigious school in this country. You know what I mean? They're well known, good degree for coming from Duke, and the story has captured a lot of attention. Why? A lot of people that go to Duke too got some money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you ain't just throwing some accusations against these people without some high-paid lawyers not getting involved.
Yeah.
And that's probably part of the process as well. You know, you don't fuck rich people over easily. But this ex-stripper came out after about 18 years, and so they didn't get in jail time or anything like that, but just the slander alone that this causes somebody is bad. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh, you're that guy, you know? After 18 years, she said, yeah, I made that shit up, made it all up, you know? And some other facts about her, she's currently in jail for killing her ex-boyfriend. So, yeah, she's been sitting there in jail for a while, then, you know, might as well decide, I might as well tell the truth here. Already
crazy.
committed murder, so just to tell you the type of person that she is overall. But, you know, that's shitty that, you know, women have that power, too. to just say those words. And again, she said she made the whole shit up. They didn't fuck her, nothing like that. She made the whole shit up. And, yeah.
What do you think should happen in instances like that? Because I'm not saying, like, I don't know how often it happens, but I feel like I see these stories happening a good amount. And then even the stories you don't hear about, because this was Duke high-profile athletes, you know, a high-profile case. But what do you think, like, should happen to women when they lie about things happening like that? Because that just makes it harder for, like, when stuff like this actually does happen to women, for one, people to, I don't know, validate it or believe it or you know, like, that's why it becomes a big thing of you have to argue, go through all that. And it's like bitches like this that's just making shit up. Like, literally just making it up. Like, oh, yeah, I was high off meth. I actually hallucinated that shit. My bad. I just realized that shit yesterday. That's my fault.
I was pissed they didn't give me enough money.
Yeah, and it's like, what them niggas gonna do? They can sue for defamation. That bitch in jail broke as a bone. She made 12 cents a day.
And there's a statute of limitations for like lying in court and all that's passed.
So it's like, shit, what can you even do to her? What can they do? What can do? Oh, sorry.
My bad. Yeah, dude. They have to have some sort of like laws. Like, if you accuse somebody of that shit, like, but women would never admit it. That's the thing. But
yeah, and that's the thing. And people say if there's laws, like, it'll discourage women for coming forward about
not
shit.
If you're telling the truth.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
truth
I
is
don't
the truth.
Know.
Facts is facts. But who knows? Yeah, that's a big problem, I think, in our society as well.
Yeah, bro.
But
yeah, and that's a fucking matter of fact.